Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to not the Another Ring podcast. Monday. Welcome to the Raw Deal. It's me, the GREG, Greg the Sum, Mongo to you've been bushwhacking since '92. I'm riding solo for now, but I'm sure we're gonna have some help coming in pretty soon. How is everybody doing? How is y'all's weekend? We've got a lot to talk about. WWE has WrestlePalooza this weekend. We also have AEW All Out, which is looking to be a spectacular show. WrestlePalooza definitely got a lot of work done on Friday. We have a couple more matches announced for that. So we'll be going into both of those shows, seeing which one we're going to be watching. Up to this point, I think everybody on the show has been siding with AEW's pay-per-view this time around. It just looks more interesting. There's some things on WrestlePalooza that it could just be in a Raw SmackDown. But we'll get more into that. We also need to go over what happened at Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide in Vegas, which was last Friday, immediately after SmackDown. We'll go over some quick highlights. We're not going to do a long segment on it. But we do have a new mega champion in Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That's right, Dirty Dom picked up the big win. It is it felt like the right option, like the right choice, especially with how AAA fans are flocking to Dom, as well as El Grande Americano, who helped Dom get the win over Vikingo on Friday. Vikingo has been booed out of the building the past few times we've seen him in a AAA show in one of these events. So, it's time to make the play. And Dom got crowned at the event by his father. Not only was he the Intercontinental Champion from WWE, but we now see Rey Mysterio put the belt on his own son's waist. That deadbeat father had to come in and do some work. So yeah, overall a pretty interesting weekend of wrestling. When it comes to football, which we all like to talk about, obviously I'm wearing Gamecock colors and hat, and unfortunately they did not pull out the dub over Vandy over the weekend. It was a game I was worried about since the schedule was shown. And Lenora Sellers might have a concussion. It's a lot of problems for me. I think we all have something to complain about this weekend. If Matt or Mike or Kenny join, they'll give you their own issues. That's what we got in the chat. What's going on, Batty Cookies? How y'all doing? In the Twitch chat. Good. Aside from the Gamecocks, Batty had a great weekend. Atlanta won a game. We have a kicker. Hey, we have a kicker. First time in a while. After Koo kind of fell off. What's up, Cookies? Yes, sir. You made it, brother. Hope you're doing well. T, what's up, T? How are you? Oh God. All right. So let's just talk about it. So there was a name that was floating around over the weekend. A former NXT champion, a former United States champion, and someone that we thought was possibly maybe going to be a tag champion on SmackDown soon, is no longer with the promotion. We learned over the weekend, I believe Sports Illustrated was the first to break this story. Old John Alba over at Sports Illustrated. Back on the 13th, back on Saturday. Andrade is no longer with the WWE. Andrade and the company parted ways last week, and this was later confirmed by Sean Ross Sapp over at Five Select. He's gone. Andrade returned in January of 2024 after a pretty tumultuous relationship, pretty public split from AEW in 2023, and made his way back over to the WWE, and hasn't done too much, if we're being honest, if we're being real. We were hoping we were getting the Andrade that we saw in NXT many years ago, and or maybe even a little bit of that Andrade that we saw in AEW and in other places. Unfortunately, no. I don't know if it's because they didn't have anything for him, or if this is just another example of WWE not knowing what to do with, on the main roster, minority wrestlers, aside from putting them with other, like we talked about LWO, Legado del Fantasma, yada yada. Like all these groups, they just kind of get bunched together. Just like Andrade came in and they kind of teased him joining the LWO, and that didn't happen. And how they brought Carlito in to join it for a while. Then he went to Judgment Day, which Judgment Day also eventually became kind of like that. So Andrade came in, he was kind of directionless. We got a feud out of him and Mello on SmackDown. I believe we had like a best of 7, whether it was official or not. We had a best of 7 out of those two, and they were great matches. They were great matches. So about all you can say. And it's not because Andrade doesn't have personality, but because he does. When we've seen him in the right light, he can really shine through. Unfortunately, they just didn't really do much with him. They didn't really do much with him. He would pop up every now and then, see somebody backstage, kind of, whispered in their ear or maybe kind of allude to something, and then he'd be gone for a month, and then he'd come back, and then we just kind of forget about that and move on. He had a few title opportunities. I believe he was, if not in the Money in the Bank match recently, he was in a qualifier. So like he was kind of on the outskirts of the mid card. And then the past 4 or 5 months, they have been putting Andrade with Rey Fenix, who's originally they wanted him and Penta together as the Lucha Brothers, but because Penta came in separately, he's now a major singles act on Raw, one of their top guys on Raw. Phoenix was teaming with Andrade, and it was actually a team that was working out pretty well. Definitely one of those like, just throw them together, let's see what happens. And they worked. To the point where I think a lot of people kind of thought maybe they'll put the belts on these guys. The WWE SmackDown tag title division, they have a lot of great tag teams. The division itself is so oddly booked that they could put a belt. They could put the straps on pretty much anybody, and it would make sense. I mean, for God's sakes, the Wyatt Six came back from like dealing with multiple injuries, and then had one match that wasn't good on television at all, and then went on to win the belts, went on to retain them in a multi-team ladder match, and are still walking around with them today. Yeah, the Andrade thing, and I think stricter opinions will be available on the show at a later date. Maybe not today. Andrade is great, but they just didn't have anything for him. They got him. They brought him in clearly just because it was, he was coming from AEW and it was a loss for them. And that's really it. They clearly didn't have much ready to go for him. And the one thing they did try was the Mello feud, and again, the Mello feud was 7 matches, but it wasn't. There were no segments really for us to sink our teeth into. Mello is good enough on the mic that he can really carry a conversation with anybody, and they just really didn't give us much. It was just match here, match there, match here, match there, and then they were done. Then Andrade hung out with Phoenix, and now Phoenix is alone. This news broke just after seeing Phoenix on SmackDown getting a solo title opportunity against Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship. They had a really great match on SmackDown. Phoenix lost, but he looked great in the match. And I guess, yeah, we're back to doing Phoenix as a singles guy again. So Penta's on Raw, doing great over there. Phoenix is on SmackDown, and he had a really good showing on Friday. So hopefully it works out. I mean, hopefully we kind of get to see the Phoenix that many fans know can be a megastar if given the right opportunity. But Andrade could have been big too, and they just this is one of those things that whenever you see someone jump from company to company, and like, yeah, we got them, we got somebody from the other side, but they didn't think about what they were going to do beforehand. They were just so excited to get them. And I believe there were some reports that Andrade might have been someone that they wanted to put in NXT, kind of help with the younger folks. We're seeing a lot of main roster talent on NXT lately. You saw Randy, for example, show up last year to kind of put over Javon Evans, even though he beat him. We've seen a lot of legends show up over there recently. This Tuesday, they're doing the big homecoming show. We are getting a lot of main roster talent. We saw the return of Tyler Breeze, Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Tiffany Stratton are going to be in a match. So yeah, a lot of main roster stars are showing up in NXT now. So I don't know if he would have taken it as maybe something more than it was. There was a rumor going around that it was having to do with a wellness policy violation, though I could not get any confirmation on that. At the end of the day, this was just one of those cuts that happens. Hey, it ain't working out, and then they got rid of him. What's going on, Kanisha? How you doing? I'm early today because Raw starts at 7:00 tonight and for the next 2 weeks. So after tonight, we have 2 more Monday shows that are going to be about 30 minutes to 40 minutes early, to kind of give the Raw preview, and then we can cover the news of the weekend. So yeah, Andrade gone from WWE. He was only there for about let's see, 18 months? Yeah, about let's see, January, 18 to 20 months, somewhere around that. And he had, I believe, another 18 left on his contract from somewhere. I think I read that from Fightful. So yeah. What does he do now? You kind of think about where he could go, and the wrestling landscape has changed so much already since he signed with the WWE for his second run. And that was just not last January, but the one before it, 2024, because WWE now owns AAA, right? And AEW is fully invested in their relationship with CMLL, so much so that they're pushing MJF in 2 feuds pretty much every week, because not only is he feuding with Mark Briscoe and trying to get back to the world title, but he's also holding a belt for CMLL. So they're doing a good job of pushing those feuds on AEW TV as well as CMLL shows. He had a bad falling out with AEW. So I don't know if Andrade goes to AEW or if he even goes to CMLL because of their relationship with AEW. I don't know. Oh, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me today, he is the current reigning and this week defending Reggie Simpson Throw 'em Up Predictions champion, Mr. Main Event Mike Ciampa. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, brother? What show we got this week?
We got WrestlePalooza, which I don't think we're covering, but we have AEW All Out.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. All right. Yep. That's on a Saturday or a Sunday.
It is on a Saturday, September 20th,
Okay. All right.
and it's a 3 p.m. start time.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I about to say I know they ain't dumb enough to have it on a damn Sunday.
Hell no, hell no.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing better than last week. I'll tell you that much. A lot better than last
I
week.
bet. I bet. What's going on,
We're
T-Dog?
talking about Andrade, the Andrade situation, and how Saturday we learned that he's no longer with the WWE.
Yeah.
What do you think happened there? This is a guy that came back to WWE January 2024, and didn't do much.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. The emergence of Dirty Dom.
Okay.
Dirty Dom, man. Like Andrade, like when he was in NXT, right? And he was NXT champion. You know, he was built, and we always thought like who could be like the next Eddie, who could be like the next Latino star. Well, it was him for a while, and like I said, NXT champion, he was red hot there, and they gave him a nice little run in the beginning of his first stint. Then on the main roster, he gets released. AEW didn't do shit with him. He comes back, and as soon as he comes back, boom, you got the emergence of Dom. You got the emergence of Dom, and you got Stephanie Vicaire. So you got two Latin superstars right now that has taken that place. So you really don't need. I'm sorry to say it. Where does he fit in? Because he can't fit in with LWO. We know that's a lower tier mid card group, and you're not. Dirty Dom's on top of the world right now. Come on now, he's the new AAA mega champion.
Yeah, I mentioned that, man. I was kind of gonna go over that show real quick, but the big news, obviously, is they did the correct thing on Friday.
Yeah,
and put that strap on Dirty Dom, baby.
Damn right, double dirty, baby. Dope Dom. But yeah,
it was definitely the best. I mean, my God, I don't think he was getting crazy pops when he was showing up in those shows, like, and especially with the way that Vikingo's been booed out of the company basically since all this started. Yeah, put it on Dom. See what happens.
Listen, over the past year, I've become a huge, huge, huge fan of Dirty Dom, man. Like the kid has it all. He's great in the ring. He has the charisma. He can talk on the mic. Obviously, he has the pedigree. He comes from a Hall of Fame bloodline with his daddy. You know? And so
both dads. I mean, really, like
yeah, both dads, Ray and Eddie. So he has it, and he has taken that spot that they originally had set for Andrade. So that's exactly think about it, Cookies. Him and Rhea, that's what they were. They were the new age Eddie and China. That's what that pairing was. So yeah, I think personally that's what it was. Dom took the spot that they had originally set for him, and he done took that shit to a whole other stratosphere, and nothing much for Andrade to do. I mean, he's not going to AAA. I mean, you could send him there, but I mean, obviously it's too late now. You just released him, so I mean, his time came and went, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, I said that there was some report. I can't remember who said it. It might have been Fightful, might have been somebody else, maybe Body Slam. That they were possibly sending him to NXT, much like a lot of other main roster stars are doing NXT excursions. Right now, we're seeing a lot of main roster stars that were big names in NXT showing up again to help prop up this next generation. And he might not have been okay with that. And if that's the case, like you said, Dom is definitely probably, as far as like Latin stars, they're number one. I don't even think it's close.
Hell no.
Stephanie will be the next one up because people just love Stephanie Vaquer. But Dirty Dom gets reactions that very few others do. Andrade, like you said, AA, AAA is not an option anymore because now they're owned by WWE, so he can't go back there. He had a bad falling out with AEW when he left, and AEW was in a very big public partnership, really pushing a lot of things with CMLL and also New Japan. So, what's left for Andrade to do?
It sounds like, and I'm just speculating. It just sounds like he has an ego problem. Like you said, he burned his bridge. He burned his bridge with AEW. You know, he didn't want to go back to NXT. I mean, why? I don't know. Hey, whatever keeps the bills paid, you gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like he thinks of himself way up here, but in actuality, he's here. And like, listen, Andrade's a great wrestler, man. He's great, but maybe his ego is his biggest issue. And the thing about not only just wrestling, just life in general, it's going to come and it's going to go, and nobody's going to wait on you, and nobody's going to kiss your ass at the end of the day. Sometimes you got to go with the flow and do what you got to do. And it seems like he wasn't trying to do that. So, like I said, I'm just speculating. I could be dead wrong. There could be other factors that led to this, but
I think with what we've heard and what we've seen, when he first left WWE, he made some public comments. He's not afraid to burn a bridge. I don't know. It is unfortunate. It sucks. Because he is, like you said, he's very talented. This wasn't clicking. And now Phoenix is going to be pushed again as a big single star. On SmackDown, he fought Sami Zayn for the U.S. title in the Open Challenge. Great match there. Hopefully, Ray right now is trying to battle to be as popular as Penta, which is a fucking forever. It's an evergreen statement.
And that's another thing. You got those two there. You got Penta and Ray there. So where else is he gonna fit? Where would he fit in the pecking order of Latin stars?
Yeah, it's looking harder and harder for him to be the one to reach number one with what they have there. And then you've got El Grande Americano, who is a whole other gimmick. Not even really Spanish in any way, but Mexico has embraced that motherfucker more than anybody thought they would.
like a parody. A parody act is higher in the Latin pecking order than you. And we've all come across people like this. Some people are just hard to deal with. You come across those people, whether you grew up with them in school, you grew up with them, you got family members and so on and so forth, co-workers. You come across certain people that are just hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, they just make it hard for you to just rock with them. Because they may talk too much, they may do too much. They're not team players. They just do the most. And he probably could just be one of those people that are just extremely difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and if that's the case, and you've got that kind of attitude about yourself, and you're not high up again, like Penta sells so much. He is a merch machine. Phoenix, they start out with him early on for some reason, but now he's really kicking into. And this tag team was actually starting to work out, which is the confusing thing. We were like, with how this tag division on SmackDown is, you could put those belts on these guys right now. It wouldn't affect anything. And so that really, it hurts the tag division that he's gone. But it does open Ray up to be a singles guy again and really show what he can do. which is a lot. I think this would be great for Ray. For Andrade, it's unfortunate, but hey, that's the business, buddy. That's all it is.
It's the business, and it's just, I don't know, man. Like I said, nobody's gonna wait for you. Nobody's gonna care to you. Nobody's gonna kiss your ass. So if you think somebody owes you something, they don't. And unless your name is Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, John Cena, you're expendable.
Yeah.
You're expendable. You can get replaced. And trust me, your replacement ain't far and it ain't hard to find.
No, not at all. Well, we already brought it up, but let's talk about it. Dirty Dom at Worlds Collide. Dirty Dom defeats the Kingo in the main event. Dirty Dom, with the help of both Judgment Day as well as El Grande Americano. Americano slides whatever he hides in his mask to Dom at the end of the match. Distracts the ref. Dom hits him with the headbutt with the loaded gimmick. Hits the frog splash 1, 2, 3. Even before that, him and Vikingo had a great match. I don't know if you got to watch the show at all, Mike. They had a really good match. These Worlds Collide events, we said every time, like, I ain't gonna watch that shit, and then we end up doing it anyway because it's on YouTube, and they've been really fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Mongo. Like, it's hilarious because earlier that day, after I left the barbershop, I stopped over at my parents' house. My mom watches SmackDown. Like, she loves SmackDown. She thinks SmackDown is absolutely hilarious. I'm like, you know what? I just don't be in the mood to watch wrestling on Fridays. Just like,
it's tough. It's tough,
like,
especially like fall too.
Yeah.
It feels good outside. Going to go downtown.
Right. If I'm not outside, even if I stay home, I ain't trying to watch no wrestling.
Yeah.
But then I actually tuned into the end of SmackDown, and they was talking about Worlds Collide. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tune in. And I watched the previous Worlds Collide. Man, it was a good ass show.
Yeah.
They know how to put on a good ass show, AAA. And then you add in WWE's production, man.
WWE's production added to the wackiness of AAA is because we're seeing this thing that this is, as of right now, it is yet to show up on Raw. Finn Balor has his own answer to La Yesca with Demonito, his little puppet. And Balor is fully into the puppet. The puppet comes out from under the apron during their match, and he looks at him and he goes, Demonito, no, not now. Get back down there. I don't want you getting hurt. Like, he was talking to this puppet. And he puts pictures on Instagram of him with the puppet, him nursing his wounds. But on Raw, they keep it separate. And you know what, Mike? I love that. Joining us, ladies and gentlemen, he is our double champion. He's Matty Two Belts. He is the Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion. Something that Kenny has repeatedly said he screwed Mike over with.
Yeah.
And then the forever Intercontinental champion. Matt, we just got done talking about Andrade. Do you have anything to say about Andrade before we keep on Dominic?
I don't know where he's gonna go. That's about it.
That literally the last thing we said was, I don't know where he's fucking going.
Like, that was the one thing when you told us over the weekend that he got released or he basically stepped away. I'm like, so where are you gonna go? Because there's no Triple H. What up, Kanisha? What up, Batty? What up, Cookies? The Kanga-Danga-Lang.
We got T in the chat. We had some Facebook stuff earlier.
But yeah, I don't know where he could honestly go. You go to TNA, that's just WWE adjacent. You can't go to AAA because there is no AAA. It's WWE.
TNA is essentially their NXT now.
Yeah, and you can't go back to AEW. And if you go back to you could, but you're gonna have to kiss a lot of ass.
You know where he gonna end up? ROH.
Oh God.
And that's basically what it was like. You was talking all that shit, and now you were in Ring of Honor. Like the only shocking thing that happened, and aside from that, I'm not even shocked. The wellness, he failed the wellness test. I was like, oh, so you was doing something illegal.
Yeah, they said like it wasn't substance related, but he failed a wellness thing, and apparently he got escorted out of the building a few times. Mike was talking earlier about like he seems like a guy that has a lot of arrogance about himself, very arrogant.
Like him and Roosh is scary, and Andrade.
That's what separates them. Roosh looks like he. It seems like Roosh will actually beat your ass.
Yeah,
if you show him respect.
Like him and Roosh, like he was the person that could rein Roosh in, and like he's the only person I could see that could do that. Andrade, what people don't, I just break it down like this: your saving grace, you're divorced from her. Your saving grace upon your return was Charlotte. You were Mr. Charlotte. You pulled a Drake. You pulled a Drake, and now you came up out of nowhere with a kid. And then lo and behold, you and Charlotte are divorced. Soon as the writing was on the wall before that, because he had stopped being booked. When he first initially reappeared, they were having him and Charlotte, not together, but they would be on TV. Soon as him and Charlotte divorced and broke up or whatever, yeah, he got to hold the speed title. But think about that. Like when he was holding the speed title, I was at that SmackDown. That's when Bray had just passed away. That was almost a year, 2 years ago.
That was because it was last month. So yeah, it was a little over a year ago.
Yeah, that was a year ago. So he
was a speed champion 6 months into his return to the. That's not great. It's not a great return.
Like he beat Ricochet to send Ricochet to AEW. And they essentially traded spots, and he's like, oh yeah, AEW sucks. But it's like, bro, there's the whole running meme of you being in AEW. He's like, I love professional wrestling. It's like, so which one is it? I don't see where he could possibly go. Honestly, if he shows up back in AEW, he's gonna have to kiss a lot of ass. He's gonna eat a lot of crow.
And we were talking about how, like, even if he goes to these other two promotions, CMLL and New Japan are heavily involved with AEW now.
Yeah.
So would that affect them possibly picking him up? You know, because he wouldn't want to be involved with that. Matt, you saying something?
Oh no, I just said he's fucked essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Batty says, "Oh, Matt's here now. How y'all's teams do?" I already told them that the Falcons made me happy yesterday. Carolina got their asses whooped, which was deserved, and we didn't deserve to be as high ranked as we were. And Texas did all right. And I said we all probably have something to bitch about. Mike, I know has something to bitch about yesterday. Mike has a legitimate gripe. How did y'all's teams do this weekend?
Mike got a quarterback again.
Yeah, I gotta donate some toe ligaments to Joe Burrow. You know, motherfucker get turf toe in the second goddamn quarter. He's out for 3 months, pretty much the majority of the goddamn season.
You know who he instead of getting hurt in the playoffs, he's just getting hurt in the season. He is slowly becoming my all-time favorite Bengal, Carson Palmer. And if y'all ask, ain't Matt a Titans fan? Yes. But I was in Cincinnati during that era. I love Carson Palmer and Marvin Lewis and Chad Ochocinco. The rest of them is Ray Maluga, because I don't want you to beat my ass. Look, everybody. Oh wait, Adam Jones.
Bloodline too.
Adam Jones too. Yeah. Everybody else, fuck y'all. Oh wait, Vontez Burfict. Yeah, you crazy. But the rest of them, especially TJ, who's your mama, Hushmanzada. Yeah, fuck him. We don't care about him. Cowboys got that W. The Titans lost. We lost to the Rams. They brought up, and Mike already knows what I'm about. I hate when the Rams and the Titans play because I already know what the fuck they gonna bring up at some point during the game. This was a rematch of Super Bowl 34. I know. Kevin Dyson got tackled at the one. He was tackled by Mike Jones. And Mike, the game was in Nashville. Guess who was in attendance of the game? Mike Jones. And JJ Watt was on commentary, and it was like, "Oh, look, there's Mike Jones right there in the crowd." And JJ Watt, being a millennial, being our age, he said, "Who?"
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jones.
Listen, I was at 2 places at the same damn time. I was in Nashville, Cashville.
They put the fucker on the TV. I was like, "There, that motherfucker go right there. Here go. He's just Dark Mike. He's Dark Mike Jones. That's the caramel Care Bear right there. That's
see, the fucker who showed up, the fucker who was there, that's me during the months of June and July. That's me. When I am roasted, okay? When I'm in my dark skin phase. Now I'm now my skin is slowly lightening up again because it's fall.
Yeah, same here with me. I mean, I'm dark, but I'm a lighten back up. But yeah, the Giants. You said the Giants and the Giants, so fuck them.
Anyway, the Bengals, we won. Ohio State won.
Right.
UC won. So
fuck Scott Satterfield.
Yeah, fucking.
They played Cincinnati. Don't count. They played Northwestern State.
Well, that fucker is head coach. We gotta take the ones we can get because we about to get destroyed in the Big 12.
Hey,
about to be looking like
Texas beat UTEP by 17 points, which is Arch Manning really.
I heard they booed him off the field after the first
Archie,
brother. What did I say this time last year? Why are they so high on this guy that didn't throw a ball yet? Why are we so? Because he's a Manning. Who fuck? That doesn't mean shit.
Like the whole, as much as I love, and Mike knows, I love Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, there's few quarterbacks I'll go to war for. But Peyton Manning is one of them. Tom Brady, not you. You did a lot of winning, my dude. Peyton, I can see why everybody thinks he's gonna be the GOAT, but it's just like temper your expectations. Just because he has the last name of a famous quarterback, and his uncles are those famous quarterbacks, and his grandpa was a famous quarterback, does not necessarily mean he is going to be good. And at the same time, he's like, what, 19?
Yeah, he's a kid, man. He's
first of all,
a child.
First of all, if he don't work with his mechanics, he's gonna be playing the position his daddy played because that boy can't throw worth a damn.
Like everybody is comparing him to his uncles and his grandfather. Well, his grandfather especially, because speed skipped 2 out of the 3 Mannings. Eli and Peyton cannot run. Cooper has speed. Cooper is Arch's dad. He can scramble. He's a great dual threat quarterback. He just needs to get the quarterback part.
Yeah.
Right now, y'all just got a tight end back there playing quarterback.
Pretty much. And now,
Kelsey.
Being a Texas and Carolina fan, I got to watch us both get ranked, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Lenore Sellers, Arch Manning." I'm like, that's all y'all are talking about, and y'all have us ranked in the top 10. That's. What if one of them gets hurt, and then lo and behold, Lenore Sellers got a concussion on Saturday.
Oh boy,
Vandy was going to beat our ass anyway, but still, it does suck. Like Vandy was going to beat our ass regardless. We were not going to win that game. We played like shit. But Lenore's got hurt, so now I got to deal with Lenore Sellers being out possibly, who was a Heisman favorite before our wide receivers couldn't catch a fucking ball that hit him in the hands, and now Arch, I got to watch his ass stink up the field every Saturday. I can't say shit. I can't defend a damn thing. It's bullshit.
You got Michael Penis.
I do got Michael Penis. And we got a new kicker, baby. That man came in and kicked 5 back-to-back field goals. Like, I'm going to keep this job.
Y'all lost his job. He straight up lost his job. Like that's been the weird thing for these first 2 weeks of the season. It's like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers are still getting into shape week 1, and then if you not kicking right, they are cutting you expeditiously. It ain't like, oh, we'll give it a few days. Nah, you're not playing the next week at all. Like Young Ho, he was cool until he missed one. He missed what, 1 or 2 kicks? It felt like all it took was one, and they said
it was one last week, but it was really just last year. He wasn't that great anyway.
Yeah, it was like, all right, week 1 is your whole year. What you do in week 1 is what we're gonna do. We're basing what you did last year on top of week 1. So if you do great in week 1, then we won't get on you as much. But if you start off shaky, oh man. And that means he probably had a shaky training camp.
Yeah, that's why Evan McPherson's been on his best behavior so far, motherfucker.
I hate him.
Bro, if I was a kicker right now, I would be working at shit nonstop because those jobs are not secure whatsoever. But yeah, Dirty Dom, Matt Dirty Dom is now the new Mega AAA champion.
Thank God we don't count that shit for points.
Beating Vikingo on Friday. And Mike was talking about when we were talking about Andrade, how like, before when Andrade was here in NXT and he had that great run, we're trying to figure out who's gonna be the next Eddie or Ray or whatever. And now it's Dom. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from what the are you in a barn? Where the fuck are you?
I'm waiting for the fucking train. This is what you look like when you live in NYC. This is the goddamn train. Baby, Mongo actually be waiting for the bar. No, damn it.
No, I thought you were at a barn. I thought you were
this is what the train looks like. This is the train in NYC, Mongo.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought it was, but it wasn't that. That definitely is not what I expected that to be. Jesus. All right, Kenny, we just got done bitching about our teams. Do you have anything you want to say about your Niners before we move on?
Considering the fact that they shocked the hell out of me that they won, I got nothing to say. Mac Jones actually looked pretty good. Mike was right.
I told you.
Spencer Rattler ain't shit. So
hey, I could have told you that.
We all told you, y'all. The Saints, there was nothing to worry about versus no Saints.
But the problem, actually, it was something to worry about because for the simple fact is the Saints defense was shutting us down for a hot minute. So that's what I knew. I knew the Saints defense was nothing to be played with. And
y'all still got Christian McCaffrey, and some people. Like I was telling, as soon as they said Purdy was out, I said, okay, essentially they are the San Francisco Panthers now. Christian McCaffrey can know how to do this.
But actually, here's the bullshit.
He's been the only person before, and he was unstoppable still.
But here's the thing. It wasn't even Christian McCaffrey Christian McCaffrey came through, of course. But the person that really came through for us, goddamn Jawan Jennings. Jawan is the man that put us in the predicament to win. He caught like 3 passes that all went for a fucking touchdown. So I ain't even going to complain about my man right now. You know what I mean?
All right.
Mongo,
we've already.
I got a name. Can you guess who that is?
Jerk Jackson?
Without looking it up. You know the rules.
Not Jerk Jackson. Jerk Jackson. No.
I'll give you a hint. He is another old person in a young group.
Another old person in a young group.
He's an old person in it. Nope.
All right.
He's a what?
He's a
young person in an old group.
I'm sorry. I would say it reverse. He's an old person in a young group.
Old person in a young group. In a current old group?
Yes and no. They're together, but they're together, but not with him anymore.
Billy Gunn. That's what was going to be my guess.
Billy Gunn. Is it Billy Gunn? Is that right?
You guys are absolutely wrong. It is the old man of Undisputed Era. It is Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish. Joe Jackson.
Burt Jackson.
Bobby Fish was jerk Jack. That
Yes,
ain't
he
no
was.
way.
Wow.
Ain't he
Ain't
forever
no
left
way.
now?
Yes, he was.
Ain't he
Famous
forever
jerk
left?
Jack.
Ain't he MAGA? Ain't he MAGA?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's my first. Yeah, he MAGA Jackson now.
Jerk Jackson is right.
That's why I picked the name. That's why I picked the name. He's a jerk.
Oh,
They
God.
MAGA? Yeah, they crazy. Him and that Drake dude. Drake works crazy.
Works, yeah.
Cuckoo.
And Cookies, I know I saw that comment earlier. We didn't talk about it. No, I can't combine all the chats together. I wish I could, but no, not right now. Maybe one day. StreamYard updates shit every other week, it seems. So fuck it. Maybe they'll make that an update one day.
You said that, and now tomorrow it will be an update.
Hey, Patty, the Cowboys going all the way where?
They're going all the way to their fucking couches where they're going. I mean, hey, I'm glad y'all got a win yesterday. Cool.
Cowboys barely won, bro. First of all, the fact that y'all let Russell Wilson have the best day of his NFL career against y'all, it's horrible. Y'all let Russell have the best day of his NFL career. He almost threw for 500 yards. And you know what, And you know what? Also, fuck the Cowboys, because I need CD Lamb. I needed CD Lamb ass to score so I can win my ticket, and his ass didn't. So definitely triple fuck the Cowboys.
No, we're not hating. We just know pattern recognition.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not caring about the Cowboys once y'all got rid of Zeke.
Right.
As an Ohio State fan, that was the only reason I would be watching. I didn't care about. I love that first year, the rookie year, Dak and Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were awesome, and nothing ever happened after that.
What I don't understand with Cowboys fans is, and we've all seen the video with the day, stuff like that. We all seen the meme video of it. If you have 30 years of data that shows it's gonna snow in Alaska, you're gonna be betting that it's gonna snow in Alaska, right? If someone says I bet you money that it's gonna snow in Hawaii, you wouldn't take that bet. So why the fuck do Cowboy fans every year keep thinking every year is their goddamn year? Basically, y'all are snowing to Hawaii. Not gonna happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all are snowing Hawaii.
Of course, Cookies.
What Cookies say? I got time to talk Crawford. Lord. What did we say? We Kenny, Mike. What did we say when they announced this match, this fight?
We said Bud was gonna put on a masterclass and show Canelo what the hell boxing was about. Bud hit Canelo so hard with that counter left, Canelo looked back at him like, nigga, did you really just hit me? Like
that's slow-mo.
I watched that fight and I was just sitting up there like, this isn't a fight. He's dominating this dude without knocking him out.
He beat him up.
Right,
that's what you call beating someone up.
Yep.
Beat him up without knocking him out. Like he got a couple good licks in, but Bud was essentially running circles around him. And then I was like, all right, hey, congrats, Canelo. You got paid. Everybody go to bed now.
But did you hear the disparity in the pay that they got?
That's what Canelo got pussy. Bud got
Canelo got 100 million. Bud got 10 million.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
It's more so Canelo got 150, Bud got like 50.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, I mean, Canelo's the champion, obviously. That's number one. And number
Cookies
two,
got paid more than Crawford did. Damn.
Yeah.
Cookies said he got paid $1,200 off that bitch.
And at the end of the day, skills pay the bills. And Terrence Bud Crawford is the greatest boxer of his era. And he's on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest boxers who've ever lived.
Pretty much. The fact that he went undefeated, 3 different weight classes, went up 20 pounds to beat Canelo.
That's what we say about Bud. Bud don't run from fights.
No.
Oh no.
I've never seen Bud run from one fight. I've never seen one fight held up. Well, somebody can't get to the right weight. Well, no. That man goes into fights. That
Like
man
after
throws hands.
Mind you, he did this fight with an injured shoulder.
I mean,
after being blackballed too. That's the thing. He had to endure years of getting blackballed. People didn't want to fight him. People said this. He couldn't sell. He couldn't do this. Who has he fought? And over the past 2 or 3 years, he has shut all that shit down. Terrence Bud Crawford is one of the greatest boxers who have ever lived. And you can make a case that he's the greatest boxer ever.
yeah. I mean, the incredible accolades. And like you said, like, honestly, he was blackballed through his prime. So, like, this is him already past, like, peak physicality, still just wrecking motherfuckers. I mean,
think about it. The man has he's never really been hurt in the ring. Never been dropped.
He's never lost.
Never lost. Think about this. He went up 2 weight classes. He had one fight at 154, skipped 160, and went straight up to 168 and got all the belts. Mind you, this dude started out as a lightweight, 135 pounds. He started as a lightweight in his career.
And beat the 167.
yeah, I don't think any casual fighting fans really understand not only how hard it is to just go up a weight class, but to dominate multiple weight classes is
and to dominate
it rarely ever really happens like that.
And to dominate and win those weight classes against who's considered the king of those weight classes makes it even more.
Yeah.
Pretty much Canelo.
He wasn't doing this at a time where like the boxing scene was dead. Like there were some incredible fighters he was taking on.
On Netflix and in the side note, y'all, America, y'all better stop booing that man. And who was that man? The Prince. Because when they put him up there on that and everybody went boo, and I saw that look on his face, and I was like, oh my God, he gonna blow us up.
No, not even. You know what he's about to do? Not even. He's not even gonna do that, man. What he's about to do, oh, y'all want to boo me? Guess what? I'm about to buy every fucking sport America owns. Y'all are never gonna have another American owned game ever.
Well, he
what does that bring us to? The big announcement from last week that the WrestleMania 43 is going to be happening in Saudi Arabia.
Boo.
I mean, we kind of speculated that this was going to be like
the same man that they was booing for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm only booing the fact like we had always said like, oh, it's not gonna happen. But in like recent, basically since this year, they were like, it's gonna happen. Like slowly but surely, because they were begging and begging. I just feel bad because it's like, yeah, we knew y'all were gonna get WrestleMania, and I just knew that it would be London. I just knew London would get it next.
Yeah.
Get it first.
Either London, I'm going to be honest, I thought it was either going to be London or honestly Paris. That's what I thought because of the crowd reactions and stuff that they were giving off. Worst case scenario, even though it's outside the United States, but not outside the United States, and I shouldn't say worst case scenario, London, Paris, or Puerto Rico were the places that I was thinking. But once I saw Riyadh season, I knew. Oh no! Everybody going over to Saudi. Everybody going over to Saudi.
Well, I don't even know when Red Hot season even is anymore. Like it's
forever. It's ever. It's all year.
It's
like,
because you got to think about it. You got to think about it. They're taking every sport over there, so it technically is all year long since it is just about every sport.
Yeah, it's like I've been saying. Like they built a conglomerate around all combat sports between Turkey Al-Sheikh, Nick Khan, Dana White. That's the conglomerate.
Well, they're just what they're doing because they started it even before they got combat sports. Don't forget about, even though it's booty, live golf.
That's what
they started this whole sports washing because they're what they essentially are doing is you see us as bad people. Guess what? We're gonna buy stuff that you like to watch. We're gonna put on all these events. You're gonna love to watch it, and we're gonna remind you, oh yeah, you like that, didn't you? I did that. I'm
not even
that did that. And it's
Matt,
like
I got one even better for you. You talking about live boxing, live golf. You know what actually started this? They started buying up soccer clubs and putting on big time soccer matches over there. And once they had
soccer is big everywhere, but here in America for some reason.
Because we don't know what football is. That's what it is.
We love football. We don't care about soccer. They look at our football and be like, "That's cool," but they look
at our football and call it. They look at our football and say, "Oh, y'all like rugby or rounders." That's what they look at.
I'm not shocked. The one thing they didn't say during this whole announcement, because that's where we can start being able to put the puzzle together for 2026. We know Money in the Bank is in August. SummerSlam is going to be when is going to be WrestleMania, because stuff is going to get thrown off. I don't know when Rita season is anymore, so I don't think WrestleMania is going to be during April.
I think they like teased the idea of 2 Manias in 1 year.
No.
So they would do one in Riyadh and then they would do one here, which
whichever one you do here whichever one gets put in America is going to be looked at WrestleMania as.
Yeah. It's a lot, and people obviously have very strong opinions over it because, Saudi Arabia, obviously, the obvious thing, everyone says blood money, yada, yada. This was maybe if Vince was in charge, I don't know if they were going to give this to Saudi Arabia before they gave it. I think they would have had it first.
Vince, I'm gonna be honest with you. The one thing Vince, I will say about Vince, he was dead set on making sure WWE and wrestling as a whole stayed here, which is why he took which is why they went off the road for a while. Besides COVID and stuff like that, Vince was like, yeah, okay, guess what? Yeah, I'm taking your money, but guess what? We still gonna have all our events here in the fucking United States. Once he sold that shit and they became a publicly owned company, like Matt said, once you become publicly owned, you're no longer a mom and pop business. You do what the fuck your bosses say. Mm-hmm. And your bosses is like, hey, check this out. We signed this contract with them and they're going to give us even more money. So we're definitely going to bring y'all asses over there.
Yeah, something that Vince would have said no to. Because them people was asking for WrestleMania when this whole deal started, and he kept saying no.
Right, he's like, nah, homie. That's
why they kept giving him them shows near Mania. We kept doing those shows right around
the greatest Rumble and all of that.
Yeah, the greatest Royal Rumble. It's like you're not getting this, and now it's like we will pay you. It literally just came down to what Kenny just said. Okay, we signed a contract. We know y'all been saying no. How about if I give you, I don't know, $300 million? Will that give us WrestleMania? Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what TKO said. Yes. Money talk.
And TKO, UFC, they are not strangers to hosting events over there anymore. So yeah, if it's something that would drive you as a fan to not watch, like if this is this is my last straw. All right, like that just means you're just not watching anymore because they're gonna keep doing this. Like this is not the end of it. They're gonna see this more.
This is only think about this 10 years or whatever partnership. This is only the beginning.
They're re-upping it for sure.
It's going to this is only the beginning. If we're getting WrestleMania, they're getting. Okay, they said in 2027. Okay, so we're getting the appetizer in January for them having the Royal Rumble, and then the year after that, they get WrestleMania. So then what that makes you think, okay, what do they get in 2028?
Everything. Everything. I told you. It's gonna be to the
War Games.
not even. Man, I'm telling
Oh,
y'all, it's gonna
God.
get to.
Oh,
It's gonna
God.
get to the. It's gonna get to the point where the only pay-per-views in the States are gonna be the low-level pay-per-views.
No, it's not gonna get that bad.
The main,
I hope not.
I think so. I think it's going to get to the point now where the major five, they're going to treat these shits like travel destination pay-per-views. We're going to do it here in Riyadh. Come to Dubai for the week or come to Saudi for the week. Spend it out here. We're going to also have this going. As you can see, it's not just going to be WrestleMania going on that week. If I'm not mistaken, I think UFC is putting on something the week before or
they
during that
probably
weekend
Oh,
also.
they always do something like they let
They're
it
definitely
They stack up stuff, yeah, for sure.
Alright.
WrestleMania
Absolutely.
is definitely going to be international. Gonna
From
have-
now on.
Uh,
This is the test run. This is
Yeah.
the test run to see how WrestleMania does overseas. And guess what? It's gonna do fucking well since these people have been wanting this shit for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're not gonna see another WrestleMania here in the States. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you're gonna have WrestleMania at Wembley. You're gonna have
Mhm.
WrestleMania at whatever popular soccer stadium there is in Paris and France. You're gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
WrestleMania
gonna happen.
over.
The thing is, she can't. So Mia
That'll
has to
happen?
fight. Yeah, unfortunately,
The
that
way
is
to
the
go
area.
about all
She
this,
has to do it for both at the same
we
time.
already know at least with one of these, New Orleans is going to get one.
Oh yeah,
They've been
Maybe,
fucked over.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe,
They are
Yeah.
going to
maybe.
get
Because
one.
they were,
They
as Kick said earlier, they were
they're going
fucked
to
over.
get one.
They were told by The Rock, we're coming back here next. Nope.
Every
Rock
Nope,
said
bitches,
that-
we going to Vegas,
Hey.
bitches.
Rock
Think
said
about
that with
this.
his fingers crossed between, with his fingers crossed behind him.
New Orleans is going to
Would
get
I
one.
lie? Yeah. Yes,
New Orleans will get one.
Rock said that shit. Rock said that shit with his eyes crossed. See, my fingers ain't even crossed. My
It
fucking
didn't.
eyes just looking like crazy eyes from fucking Happy Gilmore. Like, come on, man.
New Orleans is going to be Vegas, and then in the next probably 10 years, maybe Nashville, because Nashville is building a new stadium with a roof. They want a WrestleMania. Anybody who's building these new stadiums, football stadiums, are going to be WrestleMania worthy if they have a roof on them.
But
They
you
all
know,
bid.
man,
They all bid just like it's the Super Bowl now. That's where TKO is going to make hand over fist. With this bidding process.
But you know what, Matt? To counter that, that's why they got these two nice SummerSlams.
Because it's essentially saying if bid as much as you want to for a WrestleMania. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys didn't get WrestleMania, but your proposition was really good. If you guys are interested in the SummerSlam, how you guys feel about the SummerSlam, huh? Yeah, we'll take a SummerSlam.
Yep. So Nashville, shit. All these other new football stadiums, shit. Buffalo about to build a new stadium, shit. Minnesota, New Orleans. Have fun with that two night SummerSlam. Because WrestleMania is international.
Like WrestleMania WrestleMania is going to be saved for Vegas because they've already got it made up in their mind. WrestleMania is Vegas. Everybody wants to come to Vegas because they're doing it 2 years in a row. I don't know why. It's going to be either Vegas,
It's cash.
SoFi,
You just said it's Vegas.
Yeah.
That's all
Vegas.
you said.
SoFi, and if they want to do something nice, New Orleans, the big cities. Basically, if it can have the Super Bowl, that's where it's going to be at. It's not going to be in
The only place.
Columbus. It's not going to be in Cincinnati. It's going to be at Jerry World. It's going to be at a place where the Dallas hopes they can ever get to have a Super Bowl. It'll be at Jerry World. They
Not
have
even.
Johnson's funeral. Like,
Not even. You know where that shit is gonna be? The one state that kept them alive and running during fucking COVID. They're gonna have that shit in Florida at fucking Dolphin Stadium, baby.
yeah,
That's
if it's getting renovated, if it's getting ready to have something renovated, or if they get it, then it's going to get renovated because they can announce it whenever. We'll have WrestleMania in 2029. Cool. Y'all can start working on that stadium next year.
Right.
All right, let's run over Raw real quick and then we'll get out of here.
All right.
I'll start in about 14 minutes. Yeah, going for the next few weeks, guys. Raw's at 7 o'clock Eastern time, so we'll be doing these early shows on Mondays 2 more times. But as far as the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, same 6-ish. Not Thursdays, same 9-ish. Those aren't going to change. Raw tonight has Dragon Lee versus El Grande Americano.
Ass.
Let's go, Ludwig. Actually, you know what? Let's go Tyler. Let's go Tyler Bate. I hope we get the Tyler Bate Grande Americano tonight.
Well, he's apparently working as an NXT producer now, so I don't know what's going on with him. Him and Pete Dunne.
But here's the thing: on Wikipedia, both of them are listed as El Grande Americano 2 and 3.
Yeah,
they are listed as that. I mean, 3 and 4 since Ludwig is 2. Dunn and Bate are listed as El Grande Americano 3 and 4.
I said that shit. I said
that's going to be Survivor Series.
Ain't got nothing to do. They gonna put that mask on you.
You see Andrade?
Oh, don't get me fucking started on that shit.
Kenny, we'll let you give your Andrade opinions tomorrow. We already spent a lot of time on it.
You got to do what you got to do to keep them bills paid, goddammit.
Dumbass. And then you're going to get fucking kicked out for wellness. And then you had an incident backstage where they had to fucking remove you. You know what, stupidity? You deserve to fucking get fired. You stupid motherfucker. They brought your ass back there for a damn reason to fucking chill out and get fucking paid. And your dumbass did some stupid shit like that. Bullshit is, if you got busted for wellness, that means you was doing some extra shit. Because they ain't even checking for weed no more. That means your ass was coked up or steroid up. Like one of the two, motherfucker. You dumbass. Oh, I'm sorry. Andrade, you have officially got on my dumbass list, and I will no longer be taking on your name.
Daddy, you're correct. When I started talking about this earlier, Kenny, I was like, I was by myself, and I was like, I'm sure we're going to have more opinions on this that are not as like neutral as I'm trying to stay. There it is. That
fucking dumbass. Yeah. He's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. You a dumbass for number one. You fucking married the princess of fucking WWE and fucked up that marriage. Yeah. And you fucked up that marriage. You married the one person in WWE that if you stayed with, your ass would forever have a fucking job. You dumbass left her. Then your dumbass gets caught for wellness. Then your dumbass does something backstage where you got to be escorted out the building. Bro, go the fuck home. Go the fuck home. Go home, Roger. And I don't mean go home to LA. Go the fuck home to Mexico. Because you need to get your ass beat down there so they can teach you what the fuck you're supposed to do when you get into a good fucking promotion. Because your fuck AEW, we was on your side. Like, yo, they ain't doing shit with you. This and that. We was even on your side when you decided to leave WWE the first time. This time, you just a fuck up. You're on your own. You're on your own. Stupid motherfucker. I really am, Cookies, because, yo, Cookies, you don't understand. I've been a fan of Andrade since NXT. Like, I was a real big fan of Andrade. Huge fan of Andrade.
Kenny was a fan of Andrade before Zelina showed up. Kenny liked Andrade with the hat and the suspenders.
Exactly. I was a fan of him when he was Fedora Man. So I've been rocking with you for this long, bro. And you do dumb shit to fuck up your chance. You deserve it. You deserve whatever happens to you at this point. Stupid motherfucker.
Greg said it. I said it made all the sense in the world. I mean, the writing was on the wall. Oh, he's randomly in a tag team with Ray Phoenix. What are y'all doing? Then Ray Phoenix had that U.S. title match this past Friday versus Sammy. Then the next day, Greg says Andrade's out the company. I was like, oh, so I guess the tag team was the last like.
It was the Baron Corbin treatment.
Yeah,
Baron with Apollo. You know what? Never mind. And just that was it. The rest of Raw, Penta faces Kofi Kingston. We learned on Friday that Xavier Woods had a fucking mass removed from his brain.
Yeah,
they had a fucking big ass lymphoma in his fucking brain.
Yeah,
like, what the shit?
Lymphoma, and somebody was like, "It's not that."
Somebody said that's a chicken nugget. Which, first off, Very mean.
It was a
But
blood.
it did look like a Wild Wings chicken nugget.
It really did. It looked like it looked like a boneless, spicy fucking chicken nugget.
Boneless hot one.
Damn
It
sure.
did.
I was like, is this real? Is this real? And I saw these reports. It really happened.
That's like you be on hot one.
Maybe he got a bad picture of that thing. He should have got a better picture of that mass because that shit did look like a chicken nugget. Pentago's face goes one-on-one with Kofi Kingston. Lyra Valkyria against Roxanne Perez.
Roxy, you got to do it because Becky on the bench, girl.
Right.
Cena is back on Raw one more time, and then of course
you are on the bench, sir.
the face-to-face with Punk and AJ against Rollins and Lynch, because of course this week we have WrestlePalooza.
Hey.
I'm currently looking through everything now to see who I need to bench. If I need to just run both EO and Stephanie and just say fuck it.
You got EO, just run them both. Just
run them both, get the points.
Point.
Yeah.
I know
But
who losing. Becky and Seth.
that damn sure lose. I'm not starting Seth. I'll tell you that much. All right, folks.
Becky may not get started ever again for NWO now that we know AJ's after that shit.
Look, Becky might be finally winding that shit down.
Becky might be a permanent splinter marker because her ass about to get splinters the way she's sitting on that fucking bench.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Whether you're on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, we really appreciate all the support. You can follow us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and twitch.tv/undertheringpod for all of our news, updates, and details on our next projects. If there's any shows or anything you want us to react to, any upcoming fights, any sporting event, what have you, we're free on weekends, so just give us your ideas in the comments, and we'll look into them. You can also get us at Linktree and fingertip/undertheringpod. You can go there to get our personal links. I am at Greg Bush SK on Twitter and just Greg Bush on Blue Sky. We got, what is it, Jerk Jackson? Jerk Jackson. I was gonna say, we got old Jerk Jones over here. No, Jerk Jackson.
That's another name. That's another one. That's another name I got, like Archibald Baldheads.
At Rockers 44, we got this week. He is the defending Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions champion. Throw him up for him. Throw him up for Reggie. Mr. Mike Ciampa at Mr. Freshbeard. We've also got our double champion, the Forever Intercontinental Champion, and the Are You Fucking Serious Quiz Champion, due to some collusion, but he made it work. Ladies and gentlemen, 92 Belts, aka The Right Answer, on social media. We also got our street team captain Tito Borja Maliente, and last but not least, our good friend in the Florida Gator, Justin Devontae Baxter.
The dog in Gator clothing.
Have a great night. Thank y'all so much for joining us earlier. We really see you tomorrow to talk about Raw, to talk about NXT, WrestlePalooza, anything else that happened. Do the damn dog. Woo!
Get out, Maddie.
Hey.
Stop looking. Peace out. Peace out.
Do the dog. Do the dog. Be safe, bitches. Don't do nothing stupid.